G'day, I'm just going to replace this pull cord rope on this old mower over here and show you how to do that. This all fell off the bench the other day, and I was hoping that the main spring on that side there doesn't jump out, otherwise it's very hard to recall it back up once you start mucking around with those. These are free, so that's good. I'm figuring that this hole here must line up with that somehow, and these things here run in these grooves which allow it to open and close, so they must flick out and grab, and then it will start. So that's what I'm going to run with, or where the rope's got to come through. So I'll try and do that first down. I was going to service it, but there's a big rain band coming over, and for the next 2 days we've got a lot of rain. So yes mate, you want me to play with that, do you? You can't. And looking at this, wasn't very long, but I've got to pull it through there and then tie it off. So I can do that no problem, but I can't remember how many turns there are on a mower these days. So as you can see, starter cord, Bunnings. I've got the 5mm, ideal pull start mowers, braking strength. Yeah, righto. Nice if they told us how many wraps, but I guess you can only get so many wraps. I've got the lighter to melt the ends. Right, let's get this shit off. Right, where is the end? It's going to unroll it this way. Hey, getting close. This is ridiculous. Anyway, I was hoping that this would go through there, but no. I have to cut it myself. This mower's just about had it anyway. I thought I would have to buy another one and not bother with buying a new pull cord, but since it was only $5, I'll keep it going and see what happens. So that should just slide down there nicely and lock onto that, hopefully. Now, I was just pulling out some stuff out of here, and I noticed that these bolts are loose as well. Can't have been good for it. So everything on this mower is becoming loose these days, all broken. What's going on there? Too big. Hey, cut it out, come on, fucking do something. Tight enough. Bunch of kookaburras somewhere having a bit of a laugh. It'll be alright. We're going to chop out with the whippersnipper still going. There's rain coming, and I had a camper set up here, sold it recently, so got to get this down so the water actually flows and runs. It's alright, mate. Just going to wind this on 4 times backward. 1, 2, 3, about 3.5, normally 4. Then I'm going to put the rope through. Can only go one way. So I'm just going to quickly show you here how I service the air filter. As you can see, there's a bit of crap around the engine parts there, but it's not too bad. So probably every 6 months I do this seasonally, in the dry and in the wet. Same with an oil change. As you can see, this hasn't been done for a while. What around now, going into the hot summer, and you can see it's dry, no moisture coming out. So I put it in petrol and let it soak it up and squeeze it out. You can see all the crap come out of it. Obviously I changed the petrol there and keep going till it's clean. As you can see here, I'm just sort of and clean up petrol now. Give it about a couple of minutes to dry out, and what I do generally use is the engine oil, is what I put back over the air filter here. Not soaking with oil, but not dry either, and that stops it sort of like falling apart. I can't remember, this is probably the original filter of that motor there that was changed over in 2000 maybe. So pretty much that's all I do, and as you can see, just looks like memory foam just comes back to its original stuff. Give these a clean off. You know, just anything that obstructs the carburetor should always be cleaned, and the mower will breathe a lot easier, just like a car engine will breathe a lot easier. And that is it. Now you could get carried away and get rid of all the grass and whatever on there, but I'm not going to bother. So I guess I'll get some oil under here and start soaking that air filter up. It still feels a little bit damp with the petrol, so I'll just let that dry a bit more. Righto, so most things are cleaned up now. Good enough for the mower anyway. And as I said, this is the same oil I use in the engine as I do with the sponge. Air filter, I mean. So yeah, you don't need to overdo it, just enough to get it through all the areas of the air filter. That feels good. So that keeps the filter from drying out too much and ripping apart, but also it seems to help with the carburetor. As you can see, if you squeeze it in areas, it doesn't squeeze out, but with a dry finger you'll get that, and that's a good sign, rather than it being super dry. So that will go in there. This around there the best way we can. Something like that. Turn this around the other way. Beautiful, something like that. Moment of truth here. I'm just going to start it and then get some oil circulating and then drain it. Put new oil in and then get on with mowing the lawns. The rope should wear eventually, and then it should retract a bit more. I've added that just in case it does. Alright, look out, mate. There's two ways of drying out, just out of here or underneath. I find out of here is good, but not with a full tank of petrol. Obviously the petrol leaks through into the carby and then into the piston. But it's all good. We'll get this done now. While it's draining on the other side, you can dig out the crap on the drained oil. Now I'll pick it back up and get it to the level it should be. Mow your lawns, let the engine cool down, then check your oil level again, and you might have to add some. If you overfill it in this position, you just tip it over and get rid of some of the clean oil and carry on till you get the right level. Just want to say everything's worked out well. This is a bit of a demo on the old whippersnipper, still going. I need to get a steel nut for the head left hand nut, because the plastic one isn't going to hold on for too much longer. And I'll just show you how it's going to operate today. Let's give it 3 pumps there. A clean spark plug, that's all I did. There's no air filter in here. That's it, pretty easy. Start this one up next, go from there. Before I start this, I'll just check the oil level again. Mind you, it's cold oil, and you can see it. It's pretty much where it should be, somewhere between there. And here, it's just oil, it's not petrol. Now, we'll crank this up for the second time. I had to change my battery.